all my fellow callers, and welcome again to another interesting episode of Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca. Guys, we're going to be discussing some interesting stories today, guys. But before going into that, I would just like to say it's been a while I made some new episodes. It's been a while I connected with you guys, and I want to tell you guys that I'm back again, due to some one or two reasons, due to some inconveniences. But now I'm back again to give you every latest Barca development. So stay tuned. So in this episode today, we discuss about Neymar, and of course, we have been hearing in the past couple of days Neymar linking again with Barcelona. And now what we're going to be discussing in this episode in that regard, guys, is Neymar just freezes his renewal talks with PSG. Of course, we're going to be going into much details about that. And secondly, we're also going to be discussing about Ansu Fati. This one comes as a very good news for all the Barcelona lovers out there, as some good reports have been coming out that Ansu Fati's injury, of course, is still there, but it is progressing well, and even though he may not likely again play this season, as we all know, but things are moving on well, and he will not need another surgery. And lastly, and also very good news, guys, is about Pedri have to be extending his contract at Barcelona before the 2021-22 season. So Barcelona are offering Pedri sooner rather than later a new bumper contract. That kid has been brilliant, we all know that. So guys, stay tuned and please click on that subscribe button if you haven't, as we get Neymar's continuity with Paris Saint-Germain was almost taken for granted until very recently, as the Brazilian was set to sign a long-term deal with the French Giants, tying him down until 2025. Lately, however, L'Equipe points out that the negotiations are not proceeding rapidly anymore. Neymar has now frozen talks with PSG over a new contract, as his future past this summer is once again the subject of great speculation. Despite the fact that the Parisians have his new deal completely ready for him to sign, Neymar has not yet accepted it and may be considering other possibilities. As highlighted by the French news outlet Sport, there is still a possibility that the winger makes an unlikely return to his former club Barcelona. Every window since his departure, we have been hearing same thing, Neymar linked, but nothing happens. But let's wait and see. Neymar has been linked with a potential return to Barca. Recently, though, these reports have been easy to dismiss due to Catalan's paper thin finances due to the coronavirus pandemic. However, Barcelona are still reportedly keen on bringing the 28-year-old back to the Camp Nou. Lionel Messi, who shares a great personal and professional relationship with Neymar, is also seemingly trying to convince his friend to return. For the past few months, it has been seemed as though it would be Messi who would end up departing Spain for a move to Paris, amid constant pressure and public statements from PSG players and staff inviting the Argentine to France. They had established themselves as frontrunners for his signature if he were to leave. With the arrival of new president Joan Laporta, as well as a few new developments in the sporting area, however, Messi's continuity with Barcelona looks increasingly likely. Neymar has repeatedly expressed his wish to play alongside Messi once again. Earlier reports also stated that he tried to convince Messi to move away from Barcelona, but now it seems the tables are turning in fact opposite, because things are now drastically opposite. The Brazilian superstar arrival seems extremely unlikely, as Barcelona's financial conditions remain dire. As I earlier said, if Neymar were to return, the move would be tricky and would most likely have to be facilitated by a player exchange. Many players, I think, something that has already been considered in the past. Now, moving on to the other news, guys, concerning Ansu Fati. They said Ansu Fati is feeling good and hoping to avoid more knee surgery, according to reports, as per reports. And I think that is a very big positive for us, a big positive update for this youngster. Ansu Fati's recovery from knee injury has not gone as well smoothly, but the latest update suggests things might just be looking better for the youngster. Finally, there had been reports that Fati would need to undergo more surgeries to fix his knee injury, but RAC1 reckoned that might not be the case after all. They report that the Barcelona starlet is feeling good after starting on a new course of treatment, and if he continues like this, he will not need another operation. It's still not clear when Fati will be ready to play again, but the report adds that he's expected to travel with the squad to Seville to experience Saturday's Copa del Rey final. The youngster has been out of action since November when he first went under the knife for a knee injury and was originally ruled out for 4 months. At the moment, it seems unlikely that we will even see Fati back in action before the end of the current campaign, and his involvement in the summer's European Championship is also in very much doubt. Now, moving on to talk about Pedri Gonzalez. Just reportedly, it has been revealed that Barcelona will aim to commit rising star Pedri to a new long-term contract this summer as they aim to ward off growing transfer interest in the 18-year-old. The Spanish international has immediately established himself as a key player in Ronald Koeman's plans this season after completing his delayed move from Las Palmas in 2020. He has made 30 La Liga appearances so far in this campaign as part of a midfield partnership with Frankie de Jong and Sergio Busquets. According to reports from Dario Sport, Liverpool are one of the teams interested in a possible move, with his current deal at the Camp Nou expiring in July 2022. Barcelona are certainly to activate, to activate their current clause, to extend that by a further 2 years in the coming months, but they could increase that even further up to 2026. Alongside a significant wage increase, Barcelona also want to insert a new €400 million release clause into any new contract of his. So guys, that's all for this episode for today, and please always stay in touch with the upcoming episode by clicking on that subscribe button below if you haven't, because here we give you the best Barcelona gist, the best Barcelona news and updates. Thank you and bye bye.